2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Farmers Insurance Open is about to begin. Hello, I'm Luke Elvey alongside 2002 PGA Championship winner Rich Beam, who's in the booth. And it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm looking forward to bringing you the action from the ground level for this week's featured group. Now there's a sense of heightened competition this week, and this player has mentioned that they're starting up a rivalry this week with their playing partner.
Well, Henny, it sounds like this player's going for gold. They're trying to beat Xander Schauffele.
I wouldn't want to try and beat an Olympian. A gold medal winning Olympian with hair as good as Xander Schauffele and a swing as good as Xander Schauffele? No thank you. I'll leave this up to them.
Yes, I'm just looking through his list of weaknesses, and let me just list them off now. Yep, none. Good luck to you. Should be pleased with that one. That's a good strike. Still a fair way away from the hole here. Time to make a long putt. You always like that on long putts when you just have to go ahead and tap it in stress-free. So it'll be a par to start their round.
That's a rock-solid par right there.
The second, a short par 4, one that the players like to take on these days, Rich. A good birdie look here.
They do. It used to be where you laid back on top of the hill and took a wedge, 9-iron sometimes for your second shot, but a lot of players now are challenging that bunker down the right-hand side, getting as far down there as possible, and just having a flick with a sand wedge in for their second.
These putts really add up at the end of the day, right on 12 feet. Hey, nice looking line. Beautiful shot. She's in a share of third place. There are so many stunning golf holes on this entire property. And this third, the par 3 downhill, certainly one of the elite holes on the course.
It might be stunning to look at, but it is painful. Can be extremely painful to play. Downhill all the way. When they tuck the pin over on the left-hand side, forget about it. Never hit it there. Only when the pin is on the center or the right part of the green should you be taking dead aim. Other than that, center of the green all day long.
Wow, they really put on a show with that approach shot, and their rival, Xander Schauffele, appears to be taking notice as well.
Well, that's a nice line. Oh, look who's getting on a roll now. That's back-to-back birdies.
Back-to-back birdies, moving the right direction there, Luke.
One of the hardest holes on the entire property is the par 4 fourth, Rich. It is a strong, demanding hole right from tee to green.
Very picturesque, this fourth hole. Pacific Ocean directly to the golfer's left-hand side. Don't be sucked in by the views, however. You want no part of that. And you certainly don't want any part of that fairway bunker down the right-hand side either. Find the fairway, and you've got a good chance at knocking it on this green in 2. Be wary, though. Anything long and left on this green is no good.
Not a bad approach, that one. Not quite inside the birdie range, but you never know. Hole a long one. Still counts. This putt coming up is for birdie. It was on a good line. And that should secure the par on this one. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. There's a real premium on your tee shots here at Torrey Pines South Course. Keeping ball in fairways critical. And that is illustrated also by the par 4 fifth.
This fairway cambers from left to right, which helps a fade on this hole. However, don't get too overzealous and pull it, because that fairway bunker down the left, that sees a lot of action. Second shot is a green that pitches back towards you from back to front. That's got a lot of movement over on the left-hand side.
That's right out of the copybooks. Exquisite. And this putt to move into a share of first place. And that will drop in for birdie.
That hole looks double the size for this player this week.
Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
How good was that bunker shot? So after that effort, let's have a look at the contenders and the pretenders. Rich, there are a number of strong holes on this outward half, but the par 5 sixth, the players are definitely thinking birdie here, but it's all set up by the tee shot.
It's a nice reprieve, this par 5. Just a little bit dogleg from left to right. Keep it shy of those fairway bunkers down the left-hand side, and almost every player will give it a go in 2. This is a 3-tiered green with a low area over on the left-hand side that sees a lot of action.
Rich, we know these days with the PGA Tour, the wraparound schedule, the tour begins in the fall, but really it's felt at the start of any new year that every time you come to Torrey Pines, the big stars come out to play. It feels like the authentic start to the season.
It certainly does that, and I think that the big-name players, the accomplished players, love coming here to Torrey Pines because it's going to give them a gauge of exactly where their game is at and what they need to work on. Because you can't go around either the North or the South course and geek it around. You have to be on your game. You have to drive the ball well. Your iron play has to be spot on, and your short game better be sharp, because if not, you're going to shoot a million. Both of these golf courses very challenging. but they're fair. And I think that's what the players love about it. If you're in a good zone mentally and everything is going well physically, you can produce a 64 or 65. But if you're hitting it poorly and you're not thinking squarely, I'm telling you what, 77s and 78s come into the equation real quick.
Well, with a pocket full of FedEx Cup points over the last half a dozen starts or so, this player certainly has been delivering consistent results and pushing for wins or winning, Rich. Do you expect that to continue here this week?
It's never a surprise when you speak this player's name. They've been so good all year long. They've got to be one of the favorites, not only for this tournament, but also for the season-long FedEx Cup.
That's outstanding. What a putt. And with that, she'll move to 4 under par. And let's have one more look at that shot.
They got their putting boots on here. Look at how this ball rolls end to end. Thing of beauty.
We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind.
Oh my, how about that for a par?
And now this is why you can never get comfortable, even if you're leading a PGA Tour pro. This is what they do. They mean business.
The par 4 7th, a little dog leg left to right. Again, positioning of the tee is key.
This fairway slopes pretty good from left to right. Players want to start it out at the fairway bunker down the left-hand side and just hit a gentle fade off of that. Second shot here is to an elevated green. Don't go long whatsoever here. That's when the barranca and the canyons come into play.
And they're playing from about 140 yards out.
Wind is blowing from right to left here. Wants to work it against the wind. This needs to go a little bit right once it lands.
This is from miles away. Oh, just missed. Par putt coming up here. Still in the lead now after that hole. We head up the hill away from the ocean here at the 8th hole, Rich. A lovely par 3, but all the challenges in the green.
It is. It's very wide, not very deep. Players going in there with kind of mid irons to short irons. Uphill the entire way. Difficult to get it on that back level when they stick the pin all the way on top.
That's a tad wayward. Not quite finding the surface.
Oh, as we can see there, the wind definitely affecting that shot.
Can she make her par on this one? And the putt will go. What a great display of resilience on this hole.
And that is a nice up and down out of the greenside bunker for the par.
Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
He's got to be careful this doesn't get away from him here. This is downhill.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? And now we can take a look at how that play affects the leaderboard. The leader now has a one-stroke advantage. The par 5 ninth is a monster over 600 yards, Rich. Challenging, to say the least.
I think the challenging part about it, Lucas, is just straight away. You have to hit a straight tee shot, a straight second shot, and a straight third shot to find the green in 3. It really is just that simple and straightforward. The green does have 2 tiers on it, but for the most part, Luke, it's an inviting third shot.
Yeah, this is the stuff we love, getting after this par 5 in 2.
I tell you what a sensational play. This player stepped up their game, a bold play, hopefully a bold reward.
Wow, what a save. And that will move him up the leaderboard as well. Let's return to live play now. This putt about 11 feet in distance.
This really looks good.
That's a great putt to make. She's on fire today and is building her advantage. And with that, she'll move to 6 under par. Here we go, Rich. In the lead, late in the championship. It's exciting.
Yeah, no time to start thinking about that lead, Luke. They got to keep their head down and keep going forward. Cannot think about that lead or people will pass them.
That's a nice looking tee shot, that one.
Luke, unfortunately, that got a horrible kick, ended up in the rough.
Here we are, Rich, a wonderful opportunity on the table, the chance to go back-to-back. Just how big would that be?
Obviously massive, but I'm very impressed. They've put themselves in a position to win for the 2nd week in a row. Impressive.
Let's see if we can make this big putt for birdie. Ooh. No, that's too bad. A par putt awaits. That's a good putt to make, that one. And as we take a look at the standings, this player is currently in 1st, with Justin Rose 2nd. There aren't too many easy holes here at Torrey Pines South, but the course certainly gets tougher as we head to the par 3 11th.
This green from the back tee looks minuscule. There's just not a lot of room on the front of it. Even the back section, which it does get a little bit wider, it still is very small. A massive shelf, top left. If you get it up there, happy days for you. If not, just find the green, 2-putt, make 3, move on.
Going with the 5-wood.
That's definitely left of the green.
It's fair to say that wasn't their best shot.
One of the rare misses for this player today, Luke. They've been hitting a lot of greens today.
Oh, almost went in. And he's down there. You got a read?
Setting up this putt 20 feet from the cup.
Their short game has been very impressive. They've been really sharp today.
Oh, what a great stroke. And gets that putt of distance to go. Currently 3 strokes up after that hole. We head to the 12th hole. This par 4 is as big and as strong and as tough as you find anywhere on the PGA Tour.
This is about as tough a hole as you're going to find anywhere on the planet. Prevailing wind coming right back into the players. You just have to step up and hit a solid tee shot to find the fairway. From there, you're going in with a mid to long iron, sometimes even a hybrid, to a green that sits just above you. Not a ton of movement, but enough from back right to front left to make you think.
An opportunity for a birdie here. That's a big time putt, that one. And their rival knows it too. They heard the cheers. Oh, I'd like to have one more look at that shot.
What an amazing putt from way out.
Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
If that's the right pace, this should drop. Okay, let's get back to the action. Our leader is enjoying a 3-stroke advantage. All right, Rich, the par 5 13th, so much has been said about it. I'm interested in your thoughts.
This is one of the most interesting par 5s you'll ever play. If you hit a good tee shot, find the fairway, and you have the opportunity to reach, then happy days. But if you don't find the fairway or can't reach, now you've got to lay up into a low area where you're going to have a third shot that's absolutely blind. This third shot could be one of the most difficult third shots on the PGA Tour, bar none.
Just a bit outside into the rough.
This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
Oh, wonderfully played chip shot.
Great touch.
She needs this to save par.
On a nice line.
We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
Here's Xander Schauffele. Oh, yeah, a thing of beauty.
And a chip in, Luke, just what the doctor ordered.
So after that effort, this is the current standings on the course. Time to see what this par 4 has in store. She'll have to find a way to bounce back from that one. Oh, Henny, that looks like a putrid lie. Is it bad?
They'll have to get their best bunker technique out here because this is nasty.
Well, safer than the surface. Maybe it's time to hole a long-range bomb. This one's for birdie. Get in the hole. Just didn't drop. Just 3 feet to the cup. And well holed. Let's move on. So no change on the leaderboard for this player after that hole.
3 holes remaining, folks. Hang on to your hats. This is going to be a wild and woolly finish.
Yep, give yourself a pat on the back. Time now to play the second shot on the 15th hole. Seems to have chosen the 3-wood. Terrific shot into the 15th and a chance for birdie. Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Oh, a 9-foot chance here.
This is what they have left for birdie here.
So far, so good.
Gee, that's good playing. 6 birdies in a round.
What a great feeling being that far ahead with just 4 to play.
16th, the last of the par 3s on this golf course, but it's not an easy one.
This is underrated difficult. The green is big in size, but it plays awfully small because there's really small sections to this green. The front, the back right, and the top left. If you find the right section, job well done. If you don't, it's going to be a difficult 2-putt to say the least.
Well, that was fantastic. What a shot from the leader. We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
And there it goes from the sand. This one just outside 7 feet to the hole.
This for a birdie run.
This looks good. Oh, what a super shot.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row.
And she's our leader.
2 holes to go, Luke. Can they hang on?
The penultimate hole at Torrey Pines South is not a long par 4, but the danger lurks everywhere.
They moved this fairway to the left alongside the canyon a few years ago, which really enhanced the beauty, but also the fear of this hole. You have to challenge the left-hand side because the bunker down the right is really no good. From there, the green, it tilts from back to front mostly with a really low section over there on the left-hand side. However, it still is a promising birdie opportunity.
And here we are with the 3rd shot. Putting for a par here. That's frustrating. Putting for a bogey. And that was a bogey by our leader, so the rest of the field feeling a little opportunity here to close the gap. Well, the finishing hole here at Torrey Pines South, one of the more famous on the PGA Tour, site of so many of Tiger's wonderful victories. Par 5, you can get there in 2.
You can, but you have to thread your drive in between those 4 fairway bunkers that line the fairway. From there, now you have to think, do I want to take on this flag with the bunkers right, bunkers left, and certainly the water in front? It's a daunting second shot, but if you're brave enough to take it on, then you could reap massive rewards.
Well, that's right out of the top draw. A great shot from our leader. Well, what an opportunity in front of her. This for the tournament. That did everything but drop. Well, there you have it. There's your Farmers Insurance Open champion, and a great performance on a really tough track.
What a victory on this South golf course. This player winning the Farmers Insurance Open, surviving the South.
And Rich, what a performance. They've got back-to-back wins. What a force they're proving to be out here on tour.
I gotta say, this player is in full flight at the moment. Just sit back and watch how awesome they are at the moment.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. I'm Luke Elvey, and on behalf of Rich Beam, plus all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's good night for now.